What's he unboxing? What it be? I don't know. Shut up and see.
Hey friends, welcome back. I got a whole lot of treats for you today. But first, let's start with a trip to the Magic Duff Bucket. Let's see what his Magic Duff Bucket got for us to kick this party off and get it started. Guinness. Guinness. That's fitting because today we have a trade edition to unbox. And Guinness is sort of like the trade edition of my beers. It's good. I'm glad I have it. I like to drink it. I enjoy it. The content is delicious, but it just doesn't have that extra something that makes a signed or a limited edition super special. You know, I don't want to take it for granted. I don't want to dump it out and you know, I'm going to enjoy it, but it's just not like that next level special. And that's not to say that what I got today is not a special book. It's a very special book. Back when I was a wee little lad running about town, employed, gainful employment as a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old. I don't remember how old I was. I was probably breaking any number of labor laws. But I worked at Woolworth. Do you remember Woolworth? No, you don't remember Woolworth because it wasn't 10 minutes ago. I worked there as a stock boy. I actually had to help breed the hamsters. That's a detail I should have left out. But part of my job was to be a stock boy. And part of that job was throwing out all the paperback books. I don't know if you know this, but when they don't sell the paperback books, they rip off the cover, and then they send the cover into the publisher to say, doofus, we couldn't sell this crap, and so we had to take the book and throw it out. And then I didn't throw that book out. And that book was Wolf's Hour. Because I had already read Swan Song, loved Swan Song by Robert McCammon. And then I read Wolf's Hour in that ripped up, torn up paperback and loved it. I just, man, that was such a good book. And so I never really had a good copy of that book. And I still goddamn don't. So if you were hoping this was like going to heal some childhood scar, it isn't. But what I do have is the trade edition of by Suntup. I'm sorry, I got Suntup on the brain there. Subterranean Press. It's not my fault. They start out with the same two letters, and it's like 10 o'clock at night. The trade edition from Subterranean Press, which is the sequel to Wolf's Hour, that I've never read, so I'm really pumped about it. You know, I mean, I would love to reread Wolf's Hour, and I'll probably want to before I read this. Oh, and you know what? Pardon me, we have a guest tonight. The Dragon Lord said you could... I don't want to do a trade edition. The Dragon Lord's kind of a snob. He's an asshole. So he's like, I don't want to do it. Get the new kid to cut the box open. So that's what we got this. And I don't know the name of this knife. Anybody know the name of the knife?
It's the Hyper Beast.
It's the Hyper Beast. The Hyper Beast. So, the Hyper Beast. You know, I think this knife would be really cool to unbox a Vandermeer book. Maybe that's a spoiler alert. Maybe that's a spoiler. Anyway, so we'll get to it. I mean, this is like already 4 minutes long, and it's a trade edition, so there's not a... I don't know. Anyway, so this Hyper Beast. Thank you, Hyper Beast. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
He welcomed me. So, Subterranean Press. Quality stuff. Quality packing job, always. Very excited about reading this book. I'm making a mess. Got popcorns going on the floor. The dogs will eat it, though, so that's good. They won't be hungry. They'll fill their tummies with the popcorns. Packing styrofoam. So, I got a studio audience tonight, and someone's choking on her own spit, I think, over there. I didn't say anything that funny, but Hunter. So this is Hunter from the Woods, as opposed to like Hunter from accounting or Hunter from the doctor's office. We got a case of the giggles in the studio. Hunter from the Woods. So if you don't know, this is a story about a guy who turns into a werewolf and kills Nazis and foreign combatants. Hunter from the Woods. It's a book and everything. I was really happy when Subterranean Press announced they were going to reissue this because I was tired of wanting it. And it's a trade edition, so it's not signed by anybody. I could sign it. I could sign it. You want me to sign it? And then it's a signed edition? My kids are in the background laughing. Oh, I don't know why. See, there's proof it's not signed in case anybody thought, oh, no, he's really going to get a signed edition. Nope. And I don't believe there's any artwork in here either. It has a table of contents if you need to see that. That's it. That's the unboxing. So again, I think there are still copies available. I don't think there's anything super out of reach for anybody. Again, trade edition, pretty high print run probably. I don't know if they're going to do like 400,000, 2 million. No, probably not. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 5,000. I don't know, but I'm sure there are copies available. And Subterranean Press is a fantastic group of people that they're human beings. And they put books out in the world. I haven't had any Guinness yet. That's the unboxing.